What's an object that saved your life at one point? Literally life-saving? My grandmother's gun. When we'd stay further south, there were a lot of coyotes that roam at night and kill our livestock. Inadvertently, they'd be very willing to attack you too. We've had to dispatch numerous coyotes that have charged us, while keeping them away from livestock. It's been over a decade now, but still very much a life-saving tool. It was a fuzzy pink blanket my grandma gave me. I wrapped myself in it during the hardest nights after she passed. Just holding it made me feel like she was still there, like I wasn't alone. It sounds silly, but that blanket kept me warm in the coldest moments of my grief. My hiking boots saved me once. Slipped on a steep trail, but they gripped hard. I moved into my daughter's basement suite. We both needed the extra money. Typical rent here for a one-bedroom apartment is well over $800. I'm paying her $400. Money she needs because her car was totaled right after it was paid for. So I'm living in her basement, and in March I get this pain in my ribs. She's an ER nurse and takes me to work with her to have it checked out. Was a major heart attack. A Coleman cooler. Saved my whole family. Was on a boat with my family as a kid. None of us had life jackets on, they were stowed away. When the boat sunk miles from shore, we hung onto that cooler and floated to safety. An old journal saved me. Writing my thoughts helped clear my mind and find peace. Seat belt. Homework in my backpack. My mom was going to take me to my grandmother's house. She asked if I had homework, and I admitted I did. She made me stay at my dad's office to finish up while she went on. On the way was a roadblock. While fishing for her license, an 18-wheeler with no brakes crushed the entire passenger side of her vehicle in a head-on collision. A small stone, shot using a slingshot in the path of a baboon bearing down on me. Expertly shot by a ranger, and the baboon veered away from me and into the bush, about a meter or so away. Sweaty armpits moment. The king of red lions from Wind Waker. Lol. I used to have this convertible I inherited from my grandpa. One day while I was driving down the freeway, the latches just broke. I got stop time about it, and realized that I was dealing with sailing physics. Suddenly. If I hit the wind head-on, the car might flip and I would die. But if I hit the wind at a 45-degree angle, it should just push me into the ditch. Luckily it had space to slow and turn the car towards the ditch. It was not busy, so when the top ripped off, I was in fact pushed harmlessly into the ditch. I have never sailed in my life. I learned this from playing Zelda Wind Waker 20 years ago now. My phone charger. Can't survive without it. Parachute. A ring cutter from Amazon. Nearly lost my finger. My wife. Ike. If I can point to a specific time it saved my life, but buying cars with advanced sensors and one of the safest on the road, Volvo, has definitely kept my wife and I from potential injury and/or hardship due to accident. Having passive safety features is fucking amazing. I don't care how good of a driver you are. Was fine without them, but with them it's another layer of prevention. Chemotherapy. A baseball. There is not telling where my life would be if baseball was not introduced to me. A hard hat. Stab-proof vest. Cash took the way of getting stabbed.